this to kind of bring a little bit of mobility into the body, and then we're going to come down and finish with our stretches. Okay, let's do it. So we're going to start by just circling the arms round and just bringing a little bit of mobility into the upper body, just waking it up a little bit before we do any crazy stretches. Big circles round. Last one. And then we're just going to kind of scoop forward back and open up into the chest. Chest and back, just get it moving. Bring the arms up and then bring them down, and just take some little side bends. So we're not looking to obviously move really crazy, get really sweaty, we're just bringing some mobility into the body before we start to stretch it. One more each side, last one. And then bringing the hands together and just circling into the wrist one way and circling into the wrist the other way, taking them side to side. And then hands side to side. And then pedal out into the ankles and just get a little bit of movement into those ankles. Notice how they feel. And then circling round. As I said, just a little bit of mobility just before we start to stretch. And then with that right leg, just brush it forward back. Just release out. And then change left foot, circle. And then the other way. And then we just brush into that foot. And then just come back to a little pedal. Start to roll them shoulders back. Just notice how it feels, especially because you've just got up of a morning. Sometimes the shoulders can feel a little bit stiff. And then bringing them forward. And then just taking the head from side to side. Getting some nice little movements. Having a little release with the head. Drop chin to chest, feel the stretch into the back. And then take it up, stretch into the front. And then bring it back in. We're going to inhale the arms up, grab hold of the right wrist with the left hand. We're then going to slightly pull up into the right hand and then bring it over. So you've got the stretch coming all the way up the side, just gently pulling with the wrist, guiding it over. And then change sides, so it's just a little pull up and then bringing it over so you feel that stretch all the way up the side. Bringing it in, bringing the arms round, clasp the fingers together, open up into the chest. Hands can stay on the base of the spine, or you can pull them all the way back, it's up to you. And just open up into that chest. Inhale up again, take hold of the right wrist. Just bringing it over, so it's just a gentle guiding over. Bring it back to centre, left wrist. Bring it down, interlace the fingers, open up into the chest. From here we're going to step back, and as we step back we're going to circle and open out the arm. Step back and circle. Step back, circle. Do 4 more. 3. 2. Last one. This time take the right leg back and we're going to come up onto the toe and then release back. Bring it up and then release. So just getting that mobility and stretching into those calves. And now we say take back, bend into the front leg, push the back heel down and just release. So you should feel a nice stretch into the calf. If you want to, you can come up, inhale, and as you exhale you can push the heel further down. Change sides, so left side we start. by just bringing it through. Just getting a little bit of movement first. Push the left heel down, bend into the right leg. And again, if you need to, you can inhale and come up, and exhale and push down. Just feeling that release into the calf. Bring it in, bring that right arm across, and then turn the head to the right. And just pull that arm in and just feel that release onto the shoulder. Change sides, pull it in, guide it in, and then just turn the head. Just get a little release into those shoulders. And then come to the back of your mat, drop chin to chest, and just start to roll it down. Slight bend in the knees if you need it, taking it to a roll down. Taking a breath at the bottom, and then the head's the last thing to come up as you slowly start to uncurl. And bring yourself up to standing at the top. Roll them shoulders back. We go again, chin to chest, take it down. And then as you come up, slowly uncurl. Head being the last thing to come up as you uncurl all the way up. Roll them shoulders back. One more time, inhale, come all the way down. This time as you come down, slight bend in the knees, take hold of opposite elbows and just let the body sway from side to side in ragdoll position. Walk the hands out so you're into a downward dog position, and just have a nice little pedal out. So bend on one leg, pushing one heel down, and then change over to the other side. So just pushing down into the heels, stretching out into the back of those legs. One leg bent, one leg straight, push that heel down. And then drop the knees down, bring it through to all fours. Let's go through some cat and cow. So inhale, drop the belly, take that gaze up. Exhale, round the back, chin to chest. Inhale, belly drop, gaze goes up. Exhale, round, bring it in. And just keep moving through this motion. Inhales and exhales. Noticing how it feels to just move the back in these positions. And then bring it up, take the left leg in front, and we're going to take it over and then draw it back. Over and then draw it back. Just start to open up into that hip a little bit. Take it over, bring it back. Two more. Last one. Stay over. Just the arm, start to bring it down and reach over. Bring it in and reach over. Bring it in, reach, in, reach. This time stay over to the side. Bring it down, take the left hand in front of the left foot and open up to the side to take that twist. So get something for under my knee. Bring the right hand down, open up to the other side. Bring it back to centre, change over sides, so take the right leg in front, and then we start with bringing it up and in, So just start to release it, open up into the hip. Hold it there and we reach over. We reach and in. Reach and in. Right hand down. My hips are not very mobile this morning. Open to the side. Left hand down. Open to the side. Bring it in. Push back to a child's pose. Sit back into the heels. Push those fingertips away. Take some nice big deep breaths. Tuck the toes under again, push up into that downward dog. Have another little pedal out. And then drop the knees down again. Take that right leg and that left leg in front again. Just start to drop into the hip a little bit more. Slightly move your left leg out to the side. Turn the toes out. Allow the knee to drop out. And then just gently use the hand just to open up into the hip. Just take some nice big deep breaths here. If this doesn't feel right, come back to the one we've done before. Hands can come down to the floor or you can come down onto the forearms, whatever feels right, and just release into the hips, not putting any pressure on them. If you want to come back to this one, then that's completely fine. Slowly bring it back, change sides, so take the right leg out in front. Step it out, turn the toe out and just allow it to open. My hips are so saying no this morning, they're so stiff. Ooh. They're like, excuse me, what are you doing? And then take it back, push back into downward dog again. Now for the third hip one, you've got an option. You can do one of those two we've just done. So you can do the normal hip stretch, you can come into that lizard deeper hip stretch, or we're going to go into pigeon pose, so it's completely up to you. So from downward dog, take the right leg into the air and then step the right leg through, either to the lunge that we've just done or into pigeon pose, and then allow yourself to just release and breathe into it. So obviously your pigeon pose is your deeper hip stretch, but you've got one of the two that we've just done. So whatever one feels best for you. There's no right or wrong. Every day is going to be different. So whatever one feels best for you on this day. Just keep breathing through. Allowing those hips to just release, sending the breath to that area. Pushing back to downward dog, stepping through with the left leg now, either into the lunge or into pigeon, whatever one feels best. Just taking those nice big deep breaths as you release out. Taking it back to that downward dog again. pedaling out if you need to. Bringing it down, taking yourself onto your side, bottom hand under, top hand on top. You can place a pillow if you want to. We're going to open up and we're going to stay open, so opening into the chest, knees and hips stay facing forward, but top arm and head have moved away. And just feel that release into the chest, the shoulders, but also the mid-spine, around about where your ribs are. And just breathe into it, just get that release around that area. Keep those knees and hips facing forward. Really nice for the mid-back, this one as well. Bring it back to centre and then roll yourself onto your back and then just roll yourself onto your other side and do the exact same thing on the other side. Take the top arm, open up, knees and hips in opposite directions. You might find on one side it feels a bit easier. And then bring yourself onto your back, bring your knees into your chest, give them a little hug. And then bring yourself up to seated. We're going to take the left leg out in front, bring the right leg in, put the foot on the inside of the thigh. Now this is where, if you want to, your bands or your strap or your belt can come in handy, because you can wrap it around the foot. You can then pull on it and guide yourself forward if you want to. If you haven't got one or you don't need it, we take an inhale, we lead with the chest, and we just fold ourselves forward. Feel the stretch into the back of that left leg. Back's nice and straight, chest is lifted. We want to try and avoid rounding. That's where like something around the foot can come in handy, because you can pull it in and then guide yourself forward, and you should feel that stretch into the hamstrings and also onto this leg, into the hip as we're dropping out. We take an inhale to release and create space, and as we exhale we see if the body wants to fold a little bit deeper. Might not want to, but we just see if we can fold it down. Inhale again, and exhale again. We see if the body wants to go any further. These are quite deep stretches for the backs of those legs, so don't force the body to go anywhere. Really good stretches to do after a workout or after a run or a long walk as well. As you will notice, they'll help a little bit more. Slowly bring it up, bring that right leg in, hug it in with the left hand and then twist it round, and now you'll feel a stretch coming all the way up that side. Keep that back hand close to the back and just twist it round. Nice big deep breaths as we twist. Just pulling it in and twisting. Bringing it into centre, bringing the left leg in now. Take it inhale, and as we exhale we fold again. If you want to use something around there you can. So it's the right leg now. You might notice a difference from one side to the other. You've always got one side that is a little bit more flexible or given than the other side. So obviously it'll feel a little bit uncomfortable, but we don't want to get to the point where we're feeling in pain. We take it inhale again to release and create space, and as we exhale, we allow that body to come forward a little bit more, but keeping that back straight. We don't want to be rounding into the back, keeping it nice and straight. So my right hamstring's so much tighter than my left. Inhale again, create space, and exhale, we release a little bit further if we want to. Slowly bring it in, take the left leg over, hug it in with the right arm, left hand behind, and we twist. Now you should feel the stretch up into the left leg. Bring it into centre, take both legs out. This way it might be handy to have whatever instrument you've got there. Placing it around the feet. Pull on the band or whatever, the towel, and then guide yourself forwards, and you'll notice it allows you to keep your back straighter. Quite often when the hands are there, we'll go for this and start to round the back. But if we've got something that we can pull on and lean forward, it allows us to keep our back straight, and then we feel the stretch into those hamstrings at the back. Keep breathing through. Remember, you're inhaling to create space, exhaling, seeing if it wants to fold a bit further. Releasing the bands, bringing the knees into the chest and bringing ourselves down onto the floor, giving them a little hug, having a little rock side to side. Keeping hold of the right leg, left leg goes down, circle into the ankle. Drawing the right knee over to the left, head goes to the right. Nice, a lot deeper of a spinal twist this one. Take some nice big deep breaths. Bring it back into centre, grab your bands or your strap, place it around the foot, and then just do bend and extend with this leg. If you want to bend the left foot and place it onto the floor, you can, or you can keep the leg straight. We're just releasing into the hamstrings, bend and extend, head stays down, shoulders stay down, and this is the good thing about having a towel or something or a strap. And then when you feel ready, we're just going to hold it up, flex the foot and feel that stretch up into the hamstring. What we're going to do now is slightly turn the toes in, and you should feel the stretch onto the outside of the thigh as you turn the toes in towards the body. And then we turn the toes out, and we should feel the stretch on the inner thigh. And then bring the toes back to centre, hold it there. Release the bands and place the right foot onto the left knee. Drop the right foot over to the left and the head goes to the right, keeping the legs in that position. And we get a stretch right up into the side of our spine. And then bringing it into centre. Bringing the knees up into that figure four position, trying to keep the head down if you can, and this is where again the strap or the towel comes in handy. If you can't quite reach, you can pull it in with the band, and we're getting a stretch now into the glutes. You should be able to feel that. If it feels too much, you can place that left foot back onto the floor and just guide that right knee out. extend the right leg, bring the left knee in, hugging in, circling into those ankles, and then guide the left leg over to the right, head to the left. Feel that spinal twist, notice how it feels from one side to the other. Bringing it back to centre, we extend the left leg into the air with the bands, and we just do bend and extend. You might find it feels better on one side as well. I definitely feel freer on my left. And then we hold the leg, flex the foot, feel that stretch. Slightly turn the toes in, feel the stretch onto the outside, feel that on my calf. And then turn the toes out, feel the stretch onto the inner thigh. And then back to centre. Bring it down, place the left foot onto the right knee, and then drop the left foot over to the right, head to the left. Keeping the feet in that position. Coming back into centre, bringing it through to that figure 4 position. And again, if you need to, pull that around one of the head, neck and shoulders to stay down. Feel that stretch into the glutes. Releasing down, putting the flats of the feet together. Just let the knees drop out and just get a little stretch into those hips, into sleeping butterfly. Just sending the breath down towards the hips, allowing them to release. Slowly guide the knees in, taking the legs straight, coming up so you're kind of onto your forearms as if you were kind of looking. We're going to bring the elbows close together, put the hands on the base of the spine, and we're going to push up with the chest. And then if it feels okay, you can drop the head back. If not, just push with the chest and open into the chest, like this is come from fish pose in yoga. We're just opening into that chest, squeezing them shoulder blades back. If it feels okay to drop the head back, you can, but it might make you feel a bit sick. So if you want to, you can just open into the chest. And then slowly release down. Take a nice big full body stretch. So stretching the arms out, stretching the toes away. Bringing the knees in, hug them in. Bring yourself up to seated, flat to the feet together. Sitting nice and tall. I've always got cold feet whenever I come to do something like this, and just allowing those knees to drop out. If there's a difference in how far the knees go down, don't worry, I've got like a big difference in mine. I look like I'm like leaning to the side, but I promise you I'm not. And then coming over onto our front, push back into child's pose. Take the right hand, feed it onto the left, and we twist to the side. Feel that stretch into the back. Take the left hand, feed it onto the right, and stretch. Bringing it back to centre, let's go back to cat and cows. Inhale, drop. Belly drop, gaze goes what we hold. We exhale round the back, chin to chest. Hold it. So going through cat and cow, but just holding each position for a couple of breaths just to feel the release. Just feel that release with each movement. Tuck the toes under, push up. Hopefully now the legs feel a little bit freer. Walk the hands up to the feet. And then slowly uncurl as you come up to stand. Head is the last thing to come up. And then as you come up, just start to roll those shoulders, circle round into the arms. Hopefully this feels a little bit freer as well. Inhale, take it up. Take it over to the side. Bring it into centre, over to the other side. Release down. One more time. Inhale. Over to the right. Centre, over to the left. Release down. Take the feet a little bit wider and just take some rotations. And we are done. Hope you enjoyed your deep stretch this morning. Hope it's helped in some way. And it's a good one to come back to, like post-exercise, post-run, if you've done a long walk, if your body just feels like it wants to move, but it doesn't want to do any physical exercise. It's a really good thing to do. Remember that sometimes movement is all the body needs. It doesn't need like a crazy workout. I hope you enjoyed it. Drop in the comments, let me know